Hello everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. It's Beer Monster o'clock. And for this one, I've been to my local Polish supermarket, and what a lovely bunch of guys they are, and well, girls actually, in that shop. They really are helpful with me trying out their beers, and they even give me loads of free Polish snacks to try. Yeah, telling me all about the beer. No, not really. Ones are telling me all about it, they didn't know much. They're just telling me that what country they're from and stuff like that, because they don't only sell Polish beer, but they was giving me free snacks, which I thought was very nice of them. But then again, I did buy about 6-7 beers off them. Yeah, so they will be coming up within the next few weeks if you're into your Polish beer. I do tend to quite like a Polish beer, so I'm quite excited. This one, thankfully, it's got what looks like quite an easy name to pronounce. Łomża Export. But then again, I could be completely wrong, because the letters have got them funny little lines in that on them, which normally means you pronounce them a different way. You have to let me know in the comments if you're Polish and I've just slaughtered the name of your beer. Yeah, Łomża Export I'm going for. It says premium quality, and it's got a little bit of English writing on the front, this one, which makes a nice change. You don't normally get that with the Polish beers out of the Polish shop. In 1968, far from the hustle and bustle of the big city, the Łomża brewery brewed its very first lager. Since that time, our brewmasters have been creating a beer which ages slowly at its own pace to reach full flavour. Then we go since 1968. You've got a little deer on there. Oh dear. Let's crack it open. It's 5.7% ABV, this one. That's pretty strong. The old Polish don't mess about. I mean, 5.7% ABV is relatively weak by their standards. So yeah, it shows you that they're a bunch of nutters and they like a strong beer, doesn't it? £1.75 it cost me in the Polish shop. No doubt it's much cheaper if you buy it from Poland, but they've had to ship it over and all that. I'm quite happy to pay that for a 5.7% ABV, 500ml can as well. So that's a nice big can. Let's get it in the glass, shall we? Let me know if you've tried this, guys, and what you make of it. And if you're Polish, is it popular in Poland? I would be very interested to know. Is it considered a good beer in Poland, or a load of old shite? It's always interesting doing these beers that I know absolutely nothing about. Because in Poland, this could be literally like what the tramps drink or something. And I could be like, oh, it's lovely. You just don't know, do you? Not much head. That's the first sort of thing I'm getting for the look of this beer. It's a nice, dark, clear golden colour. Decent levels of swirly sort of carbonation there. Yeah, the head just sort of disappeared straight away. It is quite a strong beer though, isn't it? 5.7%. Well, let's have a whiff. It smells very sweet, like sweet malts. Like some slightly herbalness about it. Subtle hint of lemon, maybe a little bit of a metallic smell, which you sometimes get with beers out of the can. A little bit leafy as well. Just reminds me of like a grassy, leafy sort of smell. It smells quite nice. Apart from that little off note with a metallic thing. Yeah, let's dive in. Shut up, Adam. Dive in. Chuck it down your neck and let them know if you like it. Cheers, everybody. Actually, Nars and Drowie. Bosh. I remembered that. That's stuck in my brain now, the old Polish cheers. Plus, I've got a sign here that tells me. Very handy. I'm saying I'm a fan of Polish beers. I don't know about this one. It's not horrible. It's quite different. I'd say sort of medium bodied, which is quite unusual for a lager. It's something quite smooth about it, about the mouthfeel. The carbonation, you can't really notice much carbonation. It's very gentle when you're tasting it. know, you can see some bubblage going on there. It's quite sweet. All them sweet sort of caramel and bready malts at the front. It's sort of like followed by some floral and like earthy hops and that sort of leafiness what I was going on about. Well, yeah, you got the sweet malts at the front with the bread, the caramel. Then for me, yeah, you get them hops. It probably sounds quite nice how I'm describing it, as it even sounds quite nice to me. But it's just not quite hitting the spot, and I don't really know why. After that sort of earthy, leafy, floral thing that I'm getting, oh, sorry, herbal, it's not floral, it's herbal. On the end, there's a bit of spice, which again sounds really nice. A little bit of bitterness, not much. It's weird, you kind of, I think what it is, you get with this one, you kind of get the sweetness at the start, and then towards the end, with the spice, it comes back again. And I think it's just a little bit much for me. Perhaps that's what it is. I mean, I don't hate it, but just all the flavours I can taste in here is the sort of thing that I would normally love. There's just something about this beer that I don't love. A little bit of a dry aftertaste, I don't mind that. Maybe it's got some honey in or something. There's just something making this beer sweet. And I'm not a fan of overly sweet beers, really. And this is a bit overly sweet for me. I don't know if it's the bready malts or the caramel malts, but maybe they've added some honey to this. I know the Polish sometimes like to do that. But yeah, fuck knows what it is. It's just too sweet for me. Put it that way. Just to put it simply. But I do like the spiciness. It needs more bitterness on the end for me as well to balance that sweetness a bit, because it's sort of getting a bit much. Almost syrupy sweetness. It's a little bit of a rich sort of, you know. It's all right. It's not horrible. I wouldn't pick it up again though, personally. But I think there will be some people that like this if you like a sweet beer. I just don't. You know, I'm not knocking it. I can tell it's okay. It's just not for my tastes. So I'd probably give it 5.5, 6 out of 10, around that range. Go for 5.5, I think. It's just too sweet for me. So yeah, I can only enjoy one of them. After that, it will become very hard work for me. So yeah, 5.5 for me. Let me know if you agree, if you've tried this rather random beer. Do you think it deserves a higher or lower? And thanks for tuning in, guys. Consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button. I'd really appreciate that. It helps the channel a lot. Helps the video gain a bit of traction on the old YouTube. And if you've already subscribed and you've already hit the like button, thank you very much. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, darlings.